If a 12th class fail could make it, why not a 9th class dropout? Friends, 12th Fail made a very interesting movie. It tells a story of a student who fails his 12th class but doesn't let that define him, and he goes on to become an IPS officer. The movie conveys the message that failure is not the end. Now, would you believe a class 9 dropout had nearly made a flying helicopter? Yes, meet Pradeep Shivaji Mohite, who built 9 working helicopter prototypes. I came to know about it through a friend of mine, Air Commodore Sanjay Kunte, a test pilot presently with Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. He and another friend of ours, Air Commodore Nitin Sathe, went and met this self-taught innovator and inventor who lives in a remote village of Wangi in Satara district of Maharashtra. When Sanjay told me his story, and being a helicopter engineer myself, the story intrigued me. Helicopters are complex machines, inherently unstable and very difficult to design in comparison to the fixed wing aircrafts. It has a zillion rotating parts and it's prone to vibration and thus has poor structural integrity. It takes engineers many years to design a flying model. Not much has changed in the basic mechanical design since 1942 when the first helicopter flew. And here is a guy who's built 9 of them with no formal engineering training. Isn't it great? I asked, tell me Sanjay, other than the individual's passion, was there any other thing you saw that was unique or was different? Can his effort be just called a jugaad or is it an innovation? This Indian word Jugaad has gained global recognition and roughly translates into frugal innovation and even called a hack jokingly many a times. But that's what I thought this whole thing was. I presume this individual had found some impoverished hack and using the limited resource he had kind of achieved an outcome. But what Sanjay told me blew my mind. He showed me images of the latest prototype. It's fully metallic and did not look like an amateur build. And he had reached the ground run stage on this prototype. He showed me a video of one of his prototypes hovering. Then Sanjay said, you know, the engines he was repurposing and experimenting were either too heavy or did not have the adequate power. So Pradeep started designing a customized engine for his helicopter. What? I said, designing an engine? Yes, Zax. Oh well, that's my nickname in the Air Force. The engines you see has been fully designed and crafted from aluminium. The crankshaft, cylinders, pistons are all basically made in aluminium to keep the weight down, said Sanjay. This individual has rediscovered helicopter aerodynamic concepts of lead lag hinges, flapping hinges, tail rotor control, reversibility, etc. all on his own. God, I said, for a 9th class dropout, his mechanical insights are beyond par. That's when Sanjay said he learned the design software CATIA for producing custom parts with high tolerance. Now think, said Sanjay, if this individual had all the wherewiths, he would have had a flying helicopter by now. Maybe a simple flyable helicopter like the Schwartz or the Robinson type at probably 1/3 of the cost. And such simple hepters have a lot of application in training, sports, adventure, and you name it. Then the obvious question that came up to my mind was, what was stopping him? That's the time, Sanjay said. Pradeep's family are basically small, marginal farmers. His father was a heavy machine mechanic who's presently bedridden. His elder brother looks after the small 4-acre farm where they grow sugarcane and help sustain the family. Pradeep earns some money on the side by repairing vehicles. And in his spare time, he works on his dream in the garage which he has. What took him this far was the interest shown by a local industrialist. He offered a partnership stake along with a monthly income to Pradeep and his factory premises as a workshop to build the helicopters. He funded the project to almost 1 crore of rupees, and that's when newer and better looking and better working prototypes came into being. Unfortunately, this relationship had run into issues of ownership, of rights, patents, and Pradeep's say in the project. So Pradeep had to gracefully withdraw from that venture. And that's how it is at present. And now he has on his own trying to fund and make his passion a reality. Teams from DGCA and HAL did have a look at his creation and did give him guidance. HAL also felicitated him with a silver salver during the Bangalore Air Show. A team from a reputed helicopter company from the US had also inspected his prototypes. But it's not gathered momentum. Pradeep is still working on his dreams and waiting for support to make it soar in the skies. But to produce something truly made in India and which confirms in letter and spirit with the Atmanirbhar Bharat scheme, there is more required. Paraphrasing Pradeep's own word, he said, I have tried to get through the Tatas and Mahindras, but they haven't found much success. I will keep trying and will not give up, whatever happens. And I'm confident that I will be able to fly this machine. And I'm willing to go with anyone who believes in me, gives me my due, and is true to what they say. Very powerful words, my dear friends. Well, professionals out there, what do you say? Do leave your views and comments in this section. Does such passion and dedication need to be supported by us as a community? And if so, do mention that. Also comment if this should just be called a Jugaad or an innovation. Waiting for your comments. Take care. Jai Hind.